Hi everyone, it is starting to look like a plane. This is part 5, day 2. Hopefully this thing will be done today or tomorrow. This is day 2, and now it's time to put all the electronics on the plane. But before we do that, I have to start looking at the CG. When I first did the plane the first time, I wasn't concerned about the CG. Once you start putting all the wings or all the equipments in there, you need to check out the CG to balance the plane to see where you're going to put the battery. You have to do that. Let me tell you what happened to me on the previous plane that I didn't even worry about the CG. Let me show you the CG on this plane first, okay? Now this is the actual plane. This is what CG was. This is where the CG is. The CG is too far on the back. You know why? Because now it's become tail heavy. Okay, the reason the CG is that low on the back, because we don't have the engine, we don't have all the other parts in there. That's why we move it all the way. You have to still balance it. Let me show you with my fingers. The CG is supposed to be right here. When you have the engine, the motors, the battery. This is why in here, that's where the bay for the battery, we have to set it up in a way that you place the battery on the right spot. Okay, so now I can try to move the CG, put the battery in there, but it's not necessary right now. We have to start putting the equipment. So let me show you what happened to the previous plane. I did not worry about the CG. Right now this part is not glued yet. So I have some more work to do on the wings. I gotta put collars, and I have to make the edges a little bit better. I'm gonna show you all guys all that, how I do it, and I'm gonna work on the wing today, complete it, and drill holes to put all the parts in there, all the electronics. This is part 5, day 2. Now this is the other plane. I gotta tell you a story about the other plane. This is the CG. Right now it's almost the same weight. This is where it is, the same weight. The CG is supposed to be right here, in the middle. Okay. What happened to this plane? I was flying with the plane. Take off. I lost the control immediately after I take off. So I can't land the plane. I can't come down. I can't control the plane because the weight of the battery, it's not at the center. So the weight was moving back and forth. When I go up, the wings slide down. The battery slide down. When I bring it down, it goes fast down because the battery went down. That's why the nose is broken. So the battery came out of here. That's what happened. Because I never concerned about the CG, because I was such anxious to fly the plane quick. So now I'll be checking out the CGs for part 6 with all the equipment to make sure I got the CGs right before I even take it on the street to try to fly the plane. So this is, and another thing is, the couple times when he fell down, the tail got broken, big time. When I tried to fix it, and it's become a problem. It's become unfixable because it's not straight, so I had to redo it. I have to stop it. That's why I'm doing a new plane. And also, this is a model for a VAM motor, aircraft. Well, I forgot to mention that to you guys. This is not complete yet. So today I'll be working on the wing and also on the tail. And that's on the tail of the plane. So those things, it's not glued yet, so I can remove them right there. I put the wires already, so I'm gonna be working on to put the electronics in here and glue it. And I think the top of the tail, was talking to you guys about center of gravity. This is a bird that I have. This is a bird that I have. I bought this thing in the Philippines. Okay. This is explaining to what center of gravity is. Now I have the wing and the tail and the other side of the wing. They're identical. They will have the same weight all the way to here. This is why you turn it like this. It's not gonna fall. It is not going to fall. More than hate do you hate it. If you hate it hard, it's gonna fall. Now you can push it down and one. You see? It's still balanced. It'll get back to the balance. That's what the plane works. That's why the plane was designed. When they first started the plane, when they start building planes, it's always, we always think about the bird. The bird teaches us how to fly. That's what it is. Okay, I wanted you guys to see that central gravity is the key. I break the previous plane because I wasn't worried about central gravity. I didn't know what I was doing. Now I'm a little bit better. That's why I spend time to you guys. Always concerned about central gravity when you're making the plane, putting all the equipment before you start flying the plane. All right. Now I'll take the tail off because it wasn't glued. You have to inspect the wires. Yesterday I glued this thing together. I believe I did inspect the wires, but I didn't test the right wire. I noticed the head is gone in this. I just noticed this. Okay, you always check your wires. This is gone. That's mean I can't use this. I can't use this wire. I gotta take it out, and it's a pain in the butt to take this thing off. It's a pain. So I guess I gotta pull this. I had to take that wire off. It's always good to check the equipment before you glue them together. And I remember yesterday I was testing this. This thing doesn't work. I thought it was the port that doesn't work. No, it's the whole wire doesn't work. So we have to be careful on this. Always be careful. That wire, make sure you check the wires to make sure. This is the EC. Let me plug them for you to make sure to see which one is working. Like this one works because I checked that already. And this one works also. You're gonna see it's making noise. I took it apart the other day. But this wire, this one is broken. It is broken. So always check your wires. I'm using this receiver to check the plane. There's a lot of instruction online to see how you use it. This is pretty good receiver and I use it. You can program all this. I may have a video on this, how to use this. Okay. So now we got to check which wire is working and then you start gluing stuff. I gotta be able to take this thing off. The wire is not good. This is the engine mount that goes right here. The engine goes right there. That's where the engine gonna go. And I gotta drill a little hole there to put that wire in. Okay, and then this will be covered completely. It's not an easy test though. But we're getting there. We're getting there. Okay, so I'll show you guys how to do this. You all know how to plug a battery. Now this is the receiver and this is the ECS. This controls the power and distribute it to this receiver, and this receiver also send the control. That's why you have the antenna. Oh, sorry about it, guys. So I have the receiver right here. I have the ECS. I'll probably do a video on this, how to set this thing up. Okay, how to control this and do a bunch of stuff on this. That's something later I gotta do that. And now I plug it in. There is several channels. Channel 1, channel 2, channel 3. Channel 3 is the power. That, excuse me, that goes to here. Okay, it goes to here. So right now the engine is not plugged in. So I'm gonna plug it for you guys for a few minutes, but right now it's not plugged in. The engine is not plugged in. This is the engine, it's not plugged in. Okay. Now we have this remote control, this servo. That's for the that's supposed to be on the ring. That's to make the plane turn. I forgot the terminology on this. I think the aileron. I think the aileron. I think I'm correct on this. Okay, so I have the power on. And this goes left, left, right, left, right, left, left, right, left, right. And this is on the tail. That's for the elevator. It goes up and down. You can hear the noise. It's actually turning. So like I said to you guys, I have this that I try to plug in. Okay. It doesn't work. I was supposed to put that on the tail. Let me plug it in somewhere else to see if it's gonna work. This is supposed to work for the water. Okay. Now the water, so I think it's this thing. This is channel 4. This is 4. The channel 4 is this one. This is 1 and 4. This is 2 and 3. It's on channel 4. It doesn't work. Why it doesn't work? I think when I was taking the apart, I pulled this thing. Something probably unplugged. I think it's unplugged. I can see it. So I'm going to take this apart and fix it. One of the wires come off. One of the wires is not plugged in. Actually, I can see it. The yellow wire is not plugged in. Because I pulled it, so I got to fix it. Anyhow. So, this is the canopy. I add the nose of the plane. It wasn't glued before, so now I glue it. And I also trying to color the plane. I use this marker. That doesn't seem to work because it doesn't look good at all. So I also use the same thing in here on the tail. This is how it looks like. It seems the blue seems to work. The yellow seems to work. Everything else doesn't work. This is supposed to be black color. It doesn't work. I did it on this side also. Now I use packing tape. I use packing tape to tape all around the plane. So you can see the tape there. I haven't finished the top yet, but I will be finished the top sometime today or in the next video. So I put reinforcement on the back of the plane. This wasn't there before. I just add this in there. And same thing on that side also. It wasn't there before. I added in there. Because I had a bad experience with my previous plane. The back was broken. So I put the ribs there. That wasn't there before. That was not part of the plane, but I modified this. So I did a few things different than the previous time. Okay, so this is a canopy. So I use the tape, this thing, and I probably put another layer on it. It's pretty light. This is pretty light. So, and the tail, I'm gonna do masking. I'm gonna use the same tape for the tail. I'm gonna go, yeah. I'm gonna do the same thing for the tail. Now this is the part of the tail also. I put the tape on it. As you can see, it's gluing. I put the tape on it. Now I'm supposed to do that on the top. Now I glue this part. This part wasn't glued last time, so now it's glued. So I gotta do some more back here, but it's kind of solid though. And I glued this little piece, this little board, this wood I put in there. It give the engine strength. That's where the engine gonna be. Okay, so I'm gonna take the whole thing, make it nice. And I have the wires. I already tested all those wires. They're working fine. You always test the wires. If you don't test them, you're gonna have a problem because you have to open this. It is already glued, so you don't want that to happen. Okay. So the tail, the wing, I drilled some holes in there to put. Now this is the water. This is the tank for the water. What I'm gonna do, it goes right here, drip it on the hole. It fits right in there. Come right here, and the wire come back here. That's where we plug it from the EC, on the ESC. This will reach the ESC up there. The ESC will be sitting right up front there. On the tail. So now this is the tail. They're gonna be sitting there. The wire is gonna be on the bottom. All the wires have extensions for all of them. For example, this wire. This is for this servo. I think that's the elevator. I will plug it in here. I had to have an extension for it. I think this thing goes like this. And this will fit right on the bottom. As you can see, I have extension for those two. I will throw them on the bottom here. All these things I put together before I glue the wing, because I made a little mistake on the ring. Not on the ring. I made a mistake on the tail. This part's supposed to be open. The last part, I didn't do that. I made the same mistake on the previous airplane. This part's supposed to be open. I can glue the wing. So right now, I gotta try to get a wire to attach everything at the bottom of this plane, and then glue the wing. And then when I'm ready to put the equipment, I put it together. That's what's happening right now. So I have to stop this video right here. I'm trying to figure out how to put the wing on the canopy together, then also put the wires in. So I'll show you that in the next video. Okay, this is part 5, day 2. So you're gonna see part 6. Basically, I will be done with the plane. All right, stay tuned. Subscribe, like, and share, and don't forget the comments. This is my second plane. I'm getting a little bit better at it.